Welcome to the craziest mountains in Southern Europe. Another morning and another wake up with some burek. This time I got a meat and onion one in Vlor. This one wasn't as good as the cheese one, but better than the spinach. So second place for now. We're driving up to Škoda now from Vlor, which is about 3 hours, but we made a quick pit stop in Durrës just to get some lunch and walk around the waterfront. Fun fact, an Emirati company is developing this port for $2.5 billion to build 12,000 luxury homes and a brand new marina that's going to accommodate the largest yachts in the world. After we made it into Škoda, we just walked around the city a bit, but we had to go to sleep early because we had an early morning the next day. So the journey to get here is pretty crazy. I'd say the best way of coming is staying in Škoda, and then from Škoda you take a bus. This is all done through a booking service, but you take a bus that takes you to Komani Lake, and from Komani Lake you go on a ferry and it takes you all the way to Fierza, and from Fierza you can get on another bus which is going to take you to Valbonne, and it'll drop you off at your hotel. There's only one of each, so like one bus, one ferry, and one bus, and all of them like connect with each other, so you have to make sure you catch the only one. The ferry ride along Komani Lake is one of the most beautiful boat rides I've ever been on. It takes you through these stunning cliffs on both sides, definitely a big highlight of the region. For dinner, we just had a freshly caught trout and some lamb, but went to sleep pretty early to get ready for the hike tomorrow. Just woke up, a beautiful morning in the mountains. We're getting ready to start the hike now. It's about a 40-minute walk we have to take to get to the start of the trail, and then the trail starts. We just had breakfast at the place too. Just had some mountain tea, and then just bread with some good jams, butter, and some cheese. From the start of the trail, it's about 45 minutes in. You're just walking on a straight elevation, and then you hit the part when it separates to the actual theft hike, and this is when the elevation starts. First stop we made is to this beautiful waterfall. It's like a half-hour detour. It's a very elevated and steep trail, so only do it if you're down for a pretty intense hike. It's a pretty sad day too. We're getting hit by some crazy Albanian Alp rain. There's some thunder basically throughout the entire hike. As I was flying up the drone by the waterfall, it got hit by a rush of wind and just got pushed into the wall and fell right into the water. Luckily, I think I have my SD card, so all that stuff is saved, but it's gonna need a repair. About 2 hours in, you get to this one point where you get to see the peak now, and it's just an intense uphill. Pretty intense uphill, like all the way here already. So after almost 1,000 meters in elevation and some pretty steep uphill climbing, we made it to the top, and unfortunately today's just not the best day for it. We're getting hit by some light showers, and then we see a thunderstorm below, but still really beautiful views up here. It takes about 3 hours to get to this spot, no detours. It's definitely a hike that you do need some experience for. This can't be like the first hike you do.
A few moments later.
We just got hit by an absolutely intense,
isolated thunderstorm.
We're just running down from the peak, and you just see the storm coming in. Intense, heavy rain and hail hitting us.
The weather changes so fast, guys. In less than 2 minutes, the sky went from like clear to just gray clouds rushing at you, lightning 100 meters away that you could see strike the ground, torrential downpour, pearl-sized hail hitting us on the head. It was insane.
We were literally just taking cover under this pine tree right here. Didn't really do much, but insane experience. Basically from the peak, we were just hiking through rain the entire time. Pretty bad thunderstorms at times, but we finally made it out into a valley, and thankfully the sun is out. We have about an hour left, it seems like. Made it back into the town now. One of the craziest experiences this hike was. Basically the whole way we were coming down, other than the last hour, it was raining. So we just had to take shelter every once in a while. But thankfully we did have nicer weather on the way up. How ready are you?
So ready.
Right after the hike, we just went into the town and got a pizza because all we ate today was breakfast. And then that's pretty much it, just from the hotel. So we got the pizza from the main pizza place right beside where the hike ends in the main town. And it was a delicious pizza, massive portions, and it was all for 700 lek. Woke up today, had another free breakfast at the hostel, and now it's time to go back. Yeah, there's one bus that comes at 11 a.m. and it takes you back to Skoda. Made it back to Skoda now, and the last burek I'm gonna try is a burek with tomatoes. It's much cheaper here than it is in Saran. The ones in Skoda are about 50 lek. This one was actually a really good one. It had some meat in there too, which wasn't expected. It's very close between this one and the meat one for second place, but the best burek is definitely a G's one. They serve those everywhere. Those are like the most popular ones, and it's honestly probably the best one. Walking around Skoda, there isn't really much to see here. It's just like the main road, and then from there's not much. So I'm gonna go find a place where I can try some tavkosi. But that's it. Like, if you're planning to do the Valbona theft hike, definitely look in advance if the weather is good, because it's definitely not recommended if there's gonna be rain. But if not, it's definitely such a beautiful hike to do. The mountains look insane. I just had the tavkosi from Fisi restaurant, and honestly it's not my favorite food. I would probably say this is about a B tier. It's just a lamb cooked in some yogurt sauce. But I would definitely say the best food in Albania is either a G's burek or the cornbread with yogurt sauce on it. Those are probably the two best things I've had. I want to thank you all so much for watching the Albania videos. We're going north next. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you again in the next one.